are live on YouTube. Okay. I think his connection, but
Probably has a problem.
yes. Well, just wait 1 or 2 minutes to see if
Okay.
him back. Oh,
Yesterday, who had problem was the Diego. He's the uh, anfitrião. I don't remember the name
come
in
again.
English.
I don't understand. So,
Yesterday, who had problem was Diego. He is
okay.
talking, and just have three in the room, me and the two other guys, and I was the I don't know the name in English, anfitrião.
Host.
Yes, I had to be the host.
It's good to get some experience. It's not hard thing. But I feel you feel some nervous or anxious.
Yes, because the girl said, "Oh, you go put on YouTube," and I said, "I don't know how to do this." He put me as a host just if something is needed, but I don't know how to use this technology. So
Yes,
today it's just in the room, no YouTube.
no problem. Uh, Enzo, could you start, please? Introduce yourself. Your microphone.
Okay. My name is Enzo. I am living in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and I study English since 2022, but in the finish 23, I stopped my course, my class, and I'm back. Um, I have difficulty with my English because I don't understand what a native speak. But I knew I knew a lot of words, and I can speak with other people. Um, Is it? I work with supply chain. I am analyst supplier in a mining company. My profession, I am degree in administration and human resources, and I did uh, logistics and supply chain management. And today I want to improve my English. Is my goal.
Better late than never. It's great to learn English. Nowadays, we have a lot of great opportunities. Just knowing some things in English, so it's great. And you, Nathaniel?
So I'm Nathaniele, but everyone calls me Nachi. I live in Fortaleza. I decided to learn English when I decided to go to college because I'm a secretary, so in my profession is important to speak other language, and English is not a something different anymore. So now I have to try to learn other things. I started Spanish, but unfortunately I couldn't continue because I'm studying to try to become a public servant. So all my hours free time is to study other things about law that I have to memorize. But I'm trying to practice English sometimes.
Okay, great. And in my case, I am 30 years old. My name is Bruno. I am host on TNT since two months ago, I think. But I am on TNT since last year, since February 2023, and I am practicing because I believe we have a lot of opportunities in English. And in my case, I am changing my career. I was working with uh, management, and now I am changing and I am going to work on cruise ships, navio de cruzeiro. Uh, in this case, English was how can I say fundamental? Let me search. Fundamental.
You, you
It's
work
the
in a ship or you want to work?
I am going to uh
Uh,
yeah
I made
I
an interview too for this, but I think it's not for me.
really
Yeah. The girl said
it's
about how hard is the job, and okay, I
yes.
will stay in the hospital.
Yeah. Yes, it's a hard work, but it's a great opportunity for me to earn my salary in dollar, and I multiply my earns in I don't know, three times or four times. So it's a great difference in money, clearly talking. And well, I have a degree on international trade and a post degree in user experience. But now it's useless because I am going to work on a cruise ship with bartending, uh, making drinks and serving drinks, and it's a great a huge challenge and changes. So for me, I am exciting to start in this work. Well, let's start with the questions. Which methods do you find most effective for learning a new language? Well, I will start with this question. In my opinion, talking is the uh, most effective way to improve uh, your knowledge in some language. So I think people have to start to talking independent to uh, how can I say independent to level of knowledge. So it's the for me, in my opinion, it's the most important thing. And you, Nach?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you have to try to practice the speaking as much as we can because more than 10 years ago, when I decided to speak English, I did a course, a regular course, and when I find a job that I have to speak in English, my previous jobs, I thought, oh, okay, I speak English because I wanted the job. And they hired me. And when the first person that's not Brazilian came to Brazil, I'm freezing because I understand what the guy was said, but I couldn't talk because silly words I forgot. So, and the guy was so nice. He said, "Oh, that's okay. We can try a way to explain me." Blah, blah, blah. But I was so okay. I have to try to speak more because just know the grammar and how to write is not enough.
Yes, I feel you. Grammar is important, but it's not the better way to learn. And you, Enzo?
Okay, I'm not the principal person for this cast question, but what has been working for me is reading new words. I using a lot of flashcards is a good method for me, and watching TED Talks in YouTube and podcasts. I I am using a podcast very good that encontrei como mesmo encontrei.
I
Oh
met.
yes, that I find in Spotify, and help me a lot. For me, is good, but the talk uh, is more important. I'm sorry.
Yes, I am trying to get some vocabulary, and I am watching some movies or series TV shows in English and with the subtitles in English too, to to know some different words, because it's different when you listening, just listening, and when you are listening and reading too. So I think listening is important too, but with subtitles or transcript, it's important, and it's a good way to improve. The third question, Nach, could you read the third question, please?
Yes. Do you prefer learning a language on your own or in a classroom, and why? I like to study just by myself, but I like to talk, like in Talk. But classroom, if it is presential, is not for me anymore. I'm very, I don't know. When I started, I did a regular course. I have to go 2 times a week in a place that I studied. But now, when I started to study online, I can't go out my house anymore to do these things that I can do at my house.
Yes, and you, Enzo,
Can
how you
you
do?
share the question again in the chat? Because I'm back.
Yes,
Uh,
sorry. The third question. Do you prefer learning a language on your own or in a classroom? And why? How you do?
what is on?
Por conta própria, se tu prefere ir
Okay.
num curso regular ou fazer o curso.
Okay, I prefer with a classroom, but with a teacher exclusive for me. In this case is private class. I started in the English with a teacher, and it was I and her. Um, in this case, for me, was excellent because I I didn't have nothing worried about English, and today uh, I can speak and I understand the grammatic. For me, is more interesting.
Yes, I agree with you. And I think when people are beginner, it's important to do some with a teacher or professor, because it's important to make this connection and knowing with, how can I say, uh, knowing learning with a schedule, how can I say that, chronograma, you know. But when you know some things in English, it's important to get knowledge by yourself. So in this case, it's, I don't know, I did these two ways. I already learned in a regular school, and I learned by myself, by my own. And these two situations are important for me, but my biggest results came from learning by myself. So I prefer, because I don't know, sometimes we do you have different questions, or you thinking, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I know this situation. uh Enzo, could you read the fourth question, please?
Okay. Um, which apps or online resource would you recommend for learning language? Um, a good apps. YouTube for me is excellent, excellent. In YouTube, we have a lot of channel for help. And talk, I I knew talk 1 year. I my time is a lot short, and for me isn't good because uh, we need we need time for have class. But I like this platform because uh, we have the contact with other people and the question uh, about we day and our routine, and is it.
Okay, and Yonat?
Now I don't have much time to use apps, so I just use Duolingo because I don't want to lose my days, the days that I already did. But in the past, when I have time, I used a app called Cake. He had small videos about random things, and after you have some questions you have to answer. It's very nice to practice, and I think I just use this too. And I try to attend one meeting here on Talk Talk per week.
Okay. In my case, I think Duolingo is very important. Not very important, but it's important too to how can I say that? Complementar. Complementar. In a additional thing. It's a good tool to learn some words, but it's you have to make another thing uh, in parallel. And I don't know. Spotify has a lot of podcasts in English, and actually, I am not listening anymore. But in the past, last year, I think I was listening a lot of podcasts in English, and it's a great opportunity, great tool to improve, uh, to improve listening, getting new words. There's a lot of podcasts for beginners or intermediate levels. So I like Spotify, and like Enzo said, YouTube has a lot of tools and contents too. And of course, Talk and Talk to put on practice all of uh, these words or sentences you know in podcasts, Duolingo, or these things. And the next question is the five question. What are the biggest challenges you face when learning a new language, and how do you overcome them? Well, I learned English since I was a kid because in my elementary school I was learning, and I was kind of a uh, geek kid. You know, I really enjoyed to play some video games in English. Actually, the video games and I don't know, movies or different things came in Portuguese or subtitles in Portuguese, but in the past, video games was just in English. So I learned a lot of sentences and words in English, but I was needed to put it on Pratt, like I said. Then actually I don't know uh I how I feel learning a new language, new idiom, because I know English since I was a kid, but I don't know, I want to speak Spanish. I think it's a great language too. And I don't know, I think the best way to learn is talking, like I said before, and knowing some new words, getting vocabulary. I think the biggest challenge is learn new words, I think, and some grammar, but grammar is not the most important thing in my opinion. And you, Nach?
Um, for me, the biggest challenge was speaking. When I find the other job that I had to speak with the directors and president from the other countries was very difficult for me because I was afraid to talk something wrong or the pronunciation of the words they don't understand. So for me was at the beginning wasn't a good experience. So I decided to do a exchange because I will be in other country, no one will speak Portuguese with me, so we had to lose the fear about talking. So I go to Dublin, spend 1 month there, just my vacation. And for me, it was good when I returned to my life, my regular life. I have to go to work again, and the guys started to come visit to meetings and other things. It was more easy to make my job.
Okay, and you, Enzo, how you see this challenge?
Okay, for me it was a big challenge. Um, Everything was new, and because I never had any contact with English. I didn't have any foundation for science. I came from a public school, and I don't have this foundation. Nowadays, it's continuing a big challenge, but overcoming it. Yes.
Okay, and the sixth question, Nachi, could you read, please?
Is how important is regular practice for success in language learning? I think it's very important because if you don't practice, you will forget about the things. Because I think we can speak Portuguese because we live here in Brazil. Portuguese is the official language, so it's natural. But when you are trying to learn the other language, is common you forgot the words if you don't practice. In my previous job, I had to speak in English almost every week. But now I changed the job, and here I never talk with anyone. They wanted someone that speak in English. They have a test with me and everything, but it's not necessary here for the job. So sometimes I have to, I don't know, attend some meeting here and I forget uh, silly words that I use it to know, but how I'm not practicing, I always forgot something. My memory is terrible.
Yes, yes. Constance, of course, is the most important thing when you're learning something new, independent to what is that? Because, like you said, you need to memorize and take this knowledge, and now is like a tip. Uh, I am learning some new words in English, and I am reading different things. I am used to know and to consume as a content. And the I was, how can I say, I noted the I can improve my pronunciation and my vocabulary speaking out loud, quando você fala em voz alta. It's a thing I am doing actually, and it came, how can I say? Isso tem me ajudado, tem me ajudado, tem funcionado a melhorar a pronúncia e gravar algumas palavras. And you, Enzo, how you see that?
I think that regular practice is very, very, very important for success in language learning. When I stopped my class, my private class, I had a lot of difficulty because I don't I I I, I wasn't não estava having contact with the language, and when I back, I had a lot of difficulty. And today for me is a lot of very important for learning new language and have language skills and language success. For me is a lot important, very important, very important.
Yes, it's very important, really. It's the like you said, it's the best way to learning with constance. It's the best way. The eighth question, no, the seventh question. Oh, he felt again. Do you have any tips for staying motivated while learning a language? Any tip for this? I don't know. When you have a goal clear, I think it's the most tip or the most motivation you could have. So I don't know. In this question, the answer is short because you need to have a goal. In my opinion, of course. And for you, Nath.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if you set a goal to achieve, it's easier to try to stay motivated because for me, study is very hard. I don't like the process. I like to know things, I like to learn new things, but I don't like the process to study. So for me, it's not something that I like it, but I have to do. So I think when you have a goal, it's easier to uh, be constant because you want to achieve something.
Yes, mainly in language learning, it's hard to see any progress. How can I say this in English? I will explain em português. Eu acho que é difícil mensurar. Eu estava tentando procurar essa palavra. Mensurar um progresso quando tá aprendendo inglês. Qualquer idioma, principalmente. Porque é difícil, assim, claro, se a pessoa fizer prova regularmente, aí consegue mensurar de algum jeito, mas principalmente para nós que aprendemos por nossa conta, né, por conta própria, acho que é mais difícil mensurar, e aí, quando é mais difícil mensurar, é mais difícil ver um progresso. Então, então é complicado, mas tendo o objetivo, acho que facilita muito. The eighth question. Could you read this question, please?
Yes. Have you tried the method of language learning through movies, music, and TV series? Did it work for you? No, I never tried. I like to listen to music and watch series, but I don't think I'm in a process of studying. I know, of course, I'm learning because sometimes I stay and stop and try to translate the lyric of the song, but I'm not the process of studying for me is just for fun. It's not oh, I have to do this to study, because I don't like to mix two things. For me, series, movies, music is just for fun. I don't like to put some pressure that I have to learn something. Of course, we are already learning, but for me, it's not the first object when I am doing this.
Yes, I feel you because I don't like to have how can I how can I say that uh, a fixed schedule, you know. Of course, I like to learn and practice my English with TV shows and music or movies, but I don't have this thing. Oh, right now is the moment to learn with music and take how can I say that choose a song and see the lyrics and these things. But like I said, actually I trying to I am trying to see some movies with in English, original sound, and the subtitles in English too. Uh, and my next step is just see the movie in English without subtitles. But I am not yet there. Uh, but in with the subtitles in English is very helpful to learn something new. Um, the ninth question: what strategies do you use to expand your vocabulary in a new language? Well, it's similar to question the previous question. I don't have a clear strategy, but I don't know. I like to learn some. I like to read some texts, some essays, and it is helpful. But I don't know. I'm not sure about the better strategy to expand their vocabulary. You have to go to how can I say? Tem que tentar imergir no idioma, tentar estar cercado do idioma para conseguir aprender. And you, how you deal with the strategies?
No, I don't have any strategy. I just use Duolingo once a day because I don't have much time. So when I have a moment to watch some series or something, I I have to watch in Portuguese because it is a moment that I don't want to think because I spend all day studying for the concourse. So like today, I wake up uh, 33 in the morning to start to study. So I study until 6 and came to work and have to work. So when I at my house, I have to study until 9 p.m. So when I finish, I just have to see something silly on TV and don't think. So I put it in Portuguese and it's my moment to don't study, don't learn nothing, just see some stupid thing on TV.
Yes, we are living in freestyle methods.
Yeah.
You know, just learning when something new appears for us. I feel you. And have you ever tried learning a language using unconventional learning methods, such as games or artistic activities? How was the experience?
No,
No.
I'm not a artistic person, unfortunately, and I
Yes.
don't like to games. I just have one game on my cell phone. It's
Oh, okay.
stupid things that I had to reform a house. So the rest, I don't like it.
Yes, yes. In artistic way, I never tried because I don't have this gift, esse
Mhm.
dom. I don't like, but I learned a lot of English with games, like I said before. But actually, the games came with subtitles in English, or how can I say dublagem, dubbing in Google Translator is dubbing.
Yes, Google is not reliable sometimes.
Yes, yes, but actually, the games came with subtitles in Portuguese or the audio, sorry, in Portuguese too. So I am not learning something new in using games, but I don't know. I think that's it. I never tried another another thing different. This I have how can I say vontade, willing to do an exchange like you said, but it's expensive. It's not a easy thing to do. So, but in the future, maybe.
Now it's too much expensive. I went in 2018. I think I paid, I don't know, 10,000 of it's expensive.
Yes.
But my
Yes.
last boss went to Canada last week and last year, and she paid almost $30,000. And I was like, oh my
Yes.
God, how can a person could do this? It's a lot of
Yes.
money.
Yes. Yes. A lot of money, and you pay 10,000 or 20,000 for, I don't know, 1 month, or I don't
Yes,
know,
she
for,
spent 45 days.
yes. So it's
It's
a
too
lot of
expensive for a
money.
travel.
Yes, it's a lot of money to a short period.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And
It's very hard.
sometimes not effective because I don't know. I was a pressure that I was to speak with everyone because I have to
Yes.
practice, and so I use my money very in a good way because I go out a lot and talk with a lot of persons. But this friend, she was afraid when she stay in Canada, so she spent a lot of time at the house. And oh my God, you spent $30,000 to stay at the house.
Yes, yes. I don't know. I don't have all this money, and if I had all this money, I don't know. I will search another way to
Yeah.
use, like, I don't know, backpacking. Fazer
Mhm.
mochilão
Yeah.
in
Sometimes
Europe.
better.
Yes, it's not too expensive, and you have the opportunity to uh, speak English with native people, or I don't know, but with the agencies or colleges, exchange with colleges is very expensive.
Yeah, it's the different. You have to go classes. You have to go to a school because
Yes,
in a
yes.
period. So sometimes it's better you just make a trip and
Yes.
Spain just with a hostel and food and these things.
Yes, I agree totally with you. I totally. I don't know, like we say, like we saying before, uh, just talking in the idiom, the language, trying to make connections with native people, I think, or I don't know, anything, but nothing with grammar thing, because grammar is so annoying in my opinion, because grammar is help useful when you need to uh não, well, escrever, meu Deus, esqueci essa palavra.
Writing.
Writing, yes, thanks. It's important when you need to write something, but
Mm.
when you speaking, of course, it's important too, but it's not the most important thing. So just just learn some words and try to get a conversation with some people. And you, what is your opinion?
I agree with you, and I think it's important to don't give up because when you started, it's so difficult. And when you have a regular class, I always have the comparison with the others, so you feel sad because like the other person is better than you. So I think you have to try it until the day that you will just speak without fear and you will be okay.
Yes, I agree, and actually have a lot of apps or tools to to learn a new language. Like I am using Tandem. I don't know you know this.
Just
I
to talk with native.
Yes,
I
yes,
think I used it once, but for me, for for women, this app is a little bit strange
yes,
because
yes,
the guys, I don't know, looks like they want
yes.
you a girlfriend.
Talking
So
some
I
shit.
I don't
Yes,
I don't like this kind of apps.
yes. People use these apps, the language apps, like dating apps.
Yeah, it's a new
It's
Tinder.
Yes, but international.
Yeah. So
But I
I
feel
give up
you.
the apps.
Yes, yes. Well, Nachi, I put the link to rating this immersion, this conversation, and I really enjoyed this talk. And I hope see you next week.
Yeah, this schedule is good for me. It's my lunch time.
Okay. Bye bye.
Thank
Next.
you.
See
Bye
you next
bye.
time.